So before this video begins, I just want to announce that I will be doing my first ever live stream workout this Wednesday, 3 p.m. PST. We'll be doing a Q&A, lifting, chilling. I'll see if Panda's available to come on by. But regardless, we're gonna have a good time. So stay tuned, turn on notifications, enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys there. What's up, Saint Army? Welcome to the video. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, and that is a Q&A. So first off, as always, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like the video. I will be doing more Q&As in the future, so comment your questions down below, and make sure you're following me on Instagram. These are all the questions that I asked from my IG stories, so follow me on Instagram as well, and let's get into it. Punk122TP, best energy booster besides energy drinks. So if you're talking about like more natural stimulant, you can always look at green tea, coffee. You know, obviously those have caffeine as well. But if you're looking for things without caffeine, two things I really like are one, rhodiola or rosea leaf. There's a lot of good studies behind that. And two is B12. Both of those really help with your focus, mental acuity. A lot of times, even before, especially before I do lots of voiceovers and stuff, I'll take like some, I used to have like these B12 gummies I used to pop before and use them before voiceovers, and that used to help me just stay focused because, as you guys know, I like to go on a lot of tangents. So those really help without making you jittery, or, you know, like they say not to do, take caffeine before you go on camera and stuff. I think that was in a movie, but that's mainly because caffeine can make you jittery and make you stumble over your words and stuff. But, you know, to each his own. But those are two supplements that I do recommend is, you know, rhodiola or rosea leaf and B12. All right, question from Rohan67. Do you think upright rows are worth the risk? Now, for majority of you guys watching this video, I'm gonna say no. You know, the only reason I do them is because I wanna hit the shoulders from a different angle, and being, you know, since I'm working out at home, well, I guess everyone's working out at home right now, but, you know, because a lot of my workouts, even when the gyms open up, are at home as well. I just like the extra variation. I keep it light and I keep the form tight. But for majority of you guys, I do not recommend upright rows just because it can, you can injure your rotator cuffs, and it's something that I've done before, and that, you know, I don't really think it's worth the risk. Pelkster I, what sparked your motivation to start your career? Now, growing up, I was the definition of average. Mainly because I've always had friends that were just super talented and gifted. They're like how Tehran is, where he came out the womb deadlifting 300 pounds. I had friends that were very smart, very athletic, you know, so for me, I've always felt less than growing up. I've always felt average, and everything I needed to be good at, I had to put in a lot of work. Like if you guys watched my last vlog about Diamond No Ace and playing baseball and pitching and stuff, I had to pitch like 3, 4, or 5 times a week just to be, you know, just to be good at it. And I remember like my dad built a mound on the side of our house, and I would pitch, and he used to hate practicing, but I hated being junk and I hated losing even more. So that's where I grew my work ethic, you know, that's where I was taught work ethic, and I think that's why I have good work ethic. That's pretty much it. I have good work ethic and I'm very disciplined, and that's the reason, because growing up being the underdog and not being good at anything and having to work for everything just to be decent at it, built my work ethic. So once I found lifting and I found something that I was actually good at and actually really interested in, I just took it and ran with it. And that's really my motivation, is just to help people. And because I feel like this is the only thing I'm good at in my life, this is my gift, is to help people. I was put on this earth to help people and give motivation and inspiration through fitness. That's what keeps me motivated, and that's what sparked it. Spicy Mandu, what's your thought process on identifying a fake natty? No shade. So first off, no shade, you know, I don't take offense to that. I take it as a compliment. Back when I was younger, I used to, you know, get very offended and, you know, mad that they're trying to discredit your hard work or whatever, but, you know, I appreciate the compliment every single time. So first off, or secondly, I don't think I'm qualified to, you know, identify a fake natty, just because I think like you have to have you have to either have done drugs before or have like a good understanding of what drugs do, and I don't have any of those two, so therefore I wouldn't be someone good to identify. But my thought process when, you know, obviously we all look at people and we're like, oh, you know, that guy's a great physique, I wonder if he's natural or not. That always crosses your mind. So if I wanted to like do one of those videos, what I would do first is I'd look back throughout their history. So let's say they're lifting for 10 years. I'd go back, you know, to before they started lifting, what they look like. You know, what they look like after year 1, year 2, year 3. Obviously, those are gonna be your biggest years. So for me, I started off at 119 pounds. After my first year, I got to 145 pounds. Then I went to 170 pounds. So I started when I was 15, and at 17, before I graduated high school, I got up to 170. And that was actually fat. So I was, like, I barely had any abs at 170. I just ate a ton of food. I was eating a ton of calories back then, but I got up to 170. And ever since then, I've been about 170 to 180 the next like 12 plus years. So how I would identify if someone's not natural is after their newbie gains, if they had like a huge spike in muscle gain or weight gain. Obviously people go on bulking cuts all the time, but if there's a point where it looked like he gained like 10-15 pounds of muscle and like it actually showed on the scale. Like, yes, everyone looks bigger as they get leaner, it's that 3D effect, but you know, did they gain any significant amounts of muscle since their newbie time? And that's when you'll really be able to gauge, because for most people it's gonna be, you know, 1 to 2 pounds of muscle after that, if not less. And obviously it's diminishing returns, so the longer you live, the less muscle you're gonna gain. Sun Loku, do you meditate daily? No, I do not meditate daily. I'm actually working on a bunch of different things right now, and I was gonna show you guys in my vlog, but it would have been like super long. But yeah, there's a bunch of things that I have on my habits app that I'm working on currently. And yes, meditation is something that I want to work on in the future. Like, people don't understand how hard meditation is. You know, just having that mental capacity or that mental strength just to like bring your mind back and forth in and out of focus, and just to focus and not to keep your mind from wandering. You know, for me, like, my mind's just going like everywhere all the time. So I do think meditation is great. I have read The Power of Now, and it's something that I want to work on in the future. Anthony Cordero, what kind of music do you like? I like rap, hip hop, lots of like 2000s rap, you know, like old school Eminem, Slim Shady. Eminem's probably one of my favorite. Jay-Z. I like all the new stuff too, like Drake, Migos. Not as much as, you know, obviously the old stuff, but yeah, that's the kind of stuff I like. Oh, and obviously like the EDM trance stuff. I like actually working to trance. Trance music for some reason just puts me in the zone, and whenever I'm doing lots of client stuff and lots of online coaching stuff, that's usually what's playing. Nightwing 330, what are some great places to visit in Hawaii? Now, I live on Oahu, which is like the main island. There's also, you know, Big Island, Maui, Kauai. There's all the other islands, but the main ones, you know, Big Island, Maui, Kauai. So on Oahu, my favorite spot or favorite like tourist attraction is Makapu Tide Pools. I've actually taken you guys there like a while back. I think one of my visits coming from New York to Hawaii, but I go there at least once a year. I really like it. It's chill and enjoyable. You can do Stairway to Heavens. It's illegal, so I'm not recommending it, but you know, you guys see it all over Instagram and all over the feeds and stuff, and there is ways to still go there. I recommend checking out Lanikai Beach. Lanikai Beach is closed right now. They finally closed it, but it's one of the nicest beaches on the island in my opinion, and it's usually super busy. Thankfully, before it shut down, I got to go and just get fresh air like last week. YCP Rhino, having trouble staying in a deficit with everything going on. Suggestions for staying full longer. So one, you want to eat more voluminous foods. So up your green game, your vegetable game. You know, eat more salads, drink more water, drink things like tea. You know, caffeine can help suppress your appetite. Tea helps to suppress your appetite, and find new hobbies. So yes, like there's two great things going on right now with the quarantine. One is you're now able to plan all your meals in advance. A lot of people, you know, they make the excuse that they're too busy to meal plan or too busy to put together the macros before the day begins, and they just eat whatever and, you know, get fat or whatever. But secondly, people are having a hard time because now they have all the time in the world, and when you're bored, you get hungry. So find a hobby, start playing a video game, start learning something new, start learning the guitar, learning a musical instrument, learn a new language. Right now, Japanese is something that I'm currently working on and learning. So yeah, just stay busy, stay busy. If you're busy and your mind's not thinking about food, then that's a good thing. Michuzi Hasson, if you're born deaf, what language would you think in? sign language and whatever language I assume you're taught to read, right? Oscar is a 91. Thoughts about expanding the home gym? I would love to expand the home gym. Like, I would love just to like take out like, or just expand it throughout this whole living room, which I probably can because I just have to move the ping pong table and stuff. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that until like I'm like more settled down. But I would love to add like extra machines. Like, I'd love to have like a cable stack to do some flies and, you know, tricep push-downs, all that stuff. I would love to add a GHR and reverse hyper, the machine that does both GHR and reverse hyper. I have lower back issues, so I'd love to add reverse hypers into the mix. Something else I would add is probably just like leg extension, hamstring curl machine, maybe a leg press or a belt squat machine, like kind of the ghetto version that I've been doing if you guys saw my other video. But yeah, I would love expanding the home gym, and that is my dream, and you guys will see it happen. Mark my words, you guys will see it happen. I've talked about having my own home gym for a long time on this channel, and finally made a mini hyperbolic time chamber. I thought I would be a lot farther by now, but it is what it is. Wanyo D. Do you know where I could get some good recipes for meal prepping goals to lose weight? Check out Chi-Chi's cookbook on CNRE.com. It's only 10 bucks and it has great macro-friendly recipes that are delicious. Or just YouTube, macro-friendly recipes on YouTube, and you know, have at it. Find and try recipes and make a bunch of stuff. Pick what you like. Quinn Lamar. What is your favorite part about doing YouTube? So my favorite part about doing YouTube is knowing that I'm making a difference, knowing that I'm helping people, knowing that, you know, I'm changing lives or potentially changing lives. And, you know, I know that as long as I do everything with a good heart, try to put out good content out there, that, you know, that's all that matters. That's really all that matters. And for me, one of my favorite parts about doing YouTube, and it's one of the reasons I still continue to do YouTube, is when you put up like, and I don't know if a lot of creators do this, but I'm sure a lot of creators do this. But for me, when I put up a new video, and a lot of times, like, as you guys know, on Sundays, I usually upload early. So Sundays I upload about 7 a.m. PST, which is 10 a.m. Eastern, and which is like 4 a.m. my time here in Hawaii. So if I have a video scheduled for 4 a.m., a lot of times I'll wake up at 4 a.m. just to read the early comments and just to see what people think about the video. I think that kind of stuff just really excites me, to see people's reactions and stuff. That's why I like, if you guys like my videos, please leave a comment, please leave a like, let me know what you guys think, you know, because that kind of stuff really like keeps creators going, and I find it really exciting, especially like if it's a video that I really liked and I really feel proud that I did. You know, I'm gonna stay up the next hour just reading comments, you know. Sometimes I'll respond to comments that early in the morning, but a lot of times I'm super tired, so I'll just read through them and stuff, and I'll keep refreshing to see what people think and how people like it. All right, last question by Chango Mango 15. Did you ever have issues with self-esteem or confidence prior to lifting? Did lifting help you? So yes, prior to me lifting, I grew up like skinny fat, but I wasn't really that fat looking back now. But you know, in my mind, you know, it's not about what you look like, it's how you see yourself, right? That matters. So in my mind, I always felt like I was skinny fat, and I was that guy like at the pool that was very ashamed to take off his shirt. I remember like, I don't think I've ever told many people about this, but I'm just gonna say it anyways. But so I remember there was a pool party. My cousins used to hold this pool party over the summer, and I had like, I think she was like my second girlfriend or third girlfriend, whatever, it doesn't matter. But it was like one of my like first like semi-serious relationships kind of thing in high school. And I remember like being so self-conscious about my body. Like I remember it was like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. at night before the pool party, and I was just busting out crunches at home and stuff, just trying to make sure my abs were tight, or trying to like find my abs and stuff like that, just because I was so self-conscious of, you know, just how I looked and everything. If I can find the picture, I'll attach the picture here about how skinny I was. But yeah, in my mind I thought I was fat, which is crazy. But yes, I had self-esteem issues, and yes, lifting helped through it. But I want to say that, you know, it's more important how you see yourself than what you actually look like, okay? So just because, you know, you start lifting and you start looking better, don't let your appearance dictate how you feel about yourself, okay? Because there's a lot of people that, you know, put so much of their confidence and so much of their self-esteem behind how they look, that like if they get injured and they start looking crappy, it changes, you know, how they feel about themselves. They start hating themselves. They start doing a lot of self-loathing, that kind of thing. And for me, one of the good things that I did was when I started lifting, I was also building my mind mentally. I was also reading a lot of books. I was also building my self-esteem and working my way working my way to better myself inside out. So I think that helped balance everything out. So yeah, yes, it did help me, but two, like I would recommend, you know, working on your self-esteem from the inside out as well. So doing both at the same time. So anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, something a little bit different. I will be doing another Q&A. Like I said before, leave your questions down below in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications. For programs, check out SayingArmy.com. For online coaching, email me gokuflex@gmail.com. Let's help you ascend, especially during this quarantine time. And see you guys in the next video. Much love, Aloha.